Hi, fellow travelers. We are here in the beautiful Georgetown, Cayman Islands. And we are parked next to the Carnival Miracle and Adventure of the Sea over there. We are not here for any of those ships. We are here for a tour of Radiance of the Seas. Looks so cloudy. Anyway, we are on deck 13 forward. Now, let me show you something interesting about this ship. You have deck 13 forward, which is observation. Deck 12 forward, and we'll go down there. That's also observation. And deck 11 forward, also observation. This ship is tailored to show you the world. So if you're thinking, hey, that'd be great for Alaska, you wouldn't be wrong. And then kind of one of the main reasons they designed this ship. So we are gonna head back, and it's like this on both sides. It just comes down. And we are gonna head back and go start on deck 12. There's only one other spot to deck 13. I'll take you over there shortly. And that's the Viking Crown Lounge over there. Hi. Here. All right. Now the ship just came out of dry dock. This is the first voyage since she came out of dry dock. They basically just replaced the pub with a casino is the only change they made, and some other little things here and there. All right, so this is deck 12 forward, and there are sun chairs on both sides. Like I said, this is a great viewing platform, so you can see there. And we're gonna go down there now because this is the only way to get down here is deck 12. And basically, that's all this is. It's just a viewing area. So you have this little mock-up of a ship's wheel and the spotlight and some navigation lights. And up front is the helipad, and this is one of the few ships you can actually go out on that, and we'll do that later. As you can see, that's the spa behind here, and there are no entrances from here into there. So we're gonna go back up to deck 12. And the Radiance class is one of the last remaining traditional cruise ships in the Royal Caribbean fleet. So it lacks all the super fancy amenities like ice skating rinks, and it does have one water slide, but it's not for adults. So we are heading back on deck 12. And this is the starboard side. And similar to the front, the only place to access deck 13 forward are these stairs. And that is right outside the doors from the forward elevator bay. So we're gonna go through here. And then you do have men's and women's restroom. And these have, excuse me, the changing rooms / restrooms in the gym area do have saunas. So you can relax in a sauna. Can't take you in there, show you, sorry. But there you have women here, in there. Then you have the gym. Try and be a little discreet here. And you got freestanding weights, lots of different machines. So it's a very good sized gym for the size of ship it is. And then this takes you down to the spa, but we're not gonna go down that because we gotta go all the way to the back. Read signs, that's what I need to do. So this is the upper pool deck area. You can see they have sun loungers. It's the same on both sides, they're identical. Can't say that about everything on the ship, but this particular case it is. And then this ship also has a totem pole. Like I said, Alaska. Thank Alaska. And up here on deck 12, you have the sky bar, and then your totem pole, and that overlooks the pool deck. And then you got your TV screen, and they do movies and stuff like that. I had a game on earlier. Can you back here on deck 12? Huh. Looks like Carnival's leaving. Repositioning, I'm not sure which. I think they're leaving because their anchor looks like it's up. All right, anyway. We're not leaving today until way late. I think I'll board the last. No, if you don't know, Cayman Islands is a tender port. You can not see them down there, but they come from over here and they pull up next to the ship. Just little taxi boats, essentially. All right, now we're going inside on deck 12, and there's this little, like, hideaway spot. And from here, you have this crazy thing, which you can look all the way down to the bottom of the Centrum. Somebody left their key guard. Sir, somebody left a key card here. Okay. Thank you. All right. I don't want that person to go missing. So, yeah, I don't know what the official name of this is. It's kind of cool. All right, we're gonna go up to deck 13 again. Well, actually, I think it's 14 because there is no 13 in cruise ships. So I started out wrong. Oh, no, they do have a 13. They did that just to screw with me. And this is the Star Quest Lounge. They have this cool thing. And then also up here, you have your Concierge Club, which I think is for your Diamond members. Marilyn Monroe statue. The elevator bay. Oh, that's the Crown Lounge. So that, I think, is suites. The Concierge. So you do have restrooms when you're entering. And then they do stuff up here occasionally. So if you check your cruise calendar, you can find something. It's actually a fairly good sized lounge area. You have your bar. Yeah, it's, I mean, they have it half shut too, because that's the Viking, that's the Crown and Anchor club. It's at least as big, if not a little bigger. Huh? There's a piano up here too. It's a little bit bigger than the Voyager class, to me. You got your dance floor there. Okay. We're gonna go back down to deck 12. And this is the Adventure Ocean. This is the kids club. They have different, okay, so babies and tots, that's up to 3 years old. And then they have Aquanauts over here. You have the teen club over here. And a restroom over there. And they do have these signs for Samba Grill. We'll show you that. We're actually dining there on day 4, which is a sea day. Okay, and that just takes you out. So we're gonna go up this side. So that looks to be it in the kids club area. Now, I guess you can get an idea here. You got the Aquanauts 3 to 5, Explorers 6 to 8, Voyagers 9 to 11, and then you have your teen area right there. Excuse me. So now we were out on deck 8 on the starboard side. And this ship is a little asymmetrical. There's differences between sides. All right, we're gonna take you up for another part of deck 13. I forgot about the sports area. First, let me tie my shoe. We're gonna start, come back here. Here's the rock climbing wall. So this is deck 13 aft. And they do have mini golf up here as well. The clubs and everything are on the left side, and then the golf course goes all the way around. So you get quite a few holes there. I think it's 9. Okay, we're gonna come down now. We're coming back, so that's everything on deck 13. You have the sports court back here, the sports area with the rock climbing wall, the mini golf, then you have the Stardust Lounge, and then forward you have that observation area. So we went up the stairs there. Now this is the kiddie pool. This is the only slide on the ship, and it's for the kiddos. Now again, we're on the starboard side, and we are going to take you to show you the other thing here, because we are not coming back this way. There's also a half basketball court, and of course they do pickleball, soccer, all that stuff up here. And then this is the port side. They got shuffleboard. And then you also have an arcade. A Challenger's Video Arcade. Oh, they have that little thing where you kick the soccer ball. And given the size of the ship it is, it's a fairly decent sized arcade. There's enough in here to get you in trouble. All right. You're going to come back. We're gonna go this way. Sorry, the ship's a little different on layout, so that's why I'm kind of skipping around a lot. At least in this part. Well, actually, pretty much the whole thing is like this. When I say it's asymmetrical, I don't mean the outside of the ship, I mean the layout of everything. So on the starboard side, you have Samba Grill. This is one of only 2 current ships that have Samba Grill, Radiance and Allure, and then Harmony is getting Samba Grill. So it's just basically a Brazilian steakhouse. And this is it. And we have reservations for tomorrow in here, so quick glance around. Now we are going all the way to the back. There are some sun chairs back here at the complete back of deck 12. So now we are going to walk down to deck 11. This is deck 11 aft. So now we're all the way at the back of the ship. So that's the front of the ship. That way you have a zoomie. And this way, you have the entrance to, well, you have like a little margarita bar here.
Are you in my record?
So this is the margarita bar. And then that takes you right into Windjammer. And then you have your desserts back here. And then you have your different stations. Everybody's getting back from their Cozumel or Cayman adventures, so trying to get through. And then this is the entrance to Zumi, and that entrance is on the port side, where we came in is on the starboard side, facing back. So we're gonna continue on through. We're gonna continue on through Windjammer. They do have 2 drink stations, one on each side. They have more seating back that way. So if it's packed out here, just go to the starboard side. You see some glass doors, you can go in that way. We're currently on a hold. Okay. And this is the most energetic person on the ship. Hi. See, and she does fantastic talent. So you get dinner and a show. All right, so on the port side, before you get into Windjammers, there's a boardwalk doghouse. Then you're gonna say there's no boardwalk, and you'd be correct, but there it is. So you can pick up hot dogs, sausages, just quick bites. Then you have your Centrum elevator here, and then these elevators are all glass all the way down on this side. And then they have 2 on the inside that face the Centrum. And now you have the main pool deck. Now the smoking is on starboard on the ship. And there is 2 hot tubs out here and 1 main pool. And this is all ages. Your towel station's over on the far side, the starboard side. You also have your pool bar. And then this is your solarium. You have your solarium bar here. And this is adults only, so 18 plus are only allowed in here. Kids can walk through just to get from one side to the other. And in here you have 1 hot tub and 1 main pool, which so far we've never seen very crowded. It's probably cold water. And you'll notice the motif here is kind of like an African adventure. You have a shower here and a sleeping jaguar over there. And there's some birds up top and your elephant statues with a bridge that goes across. All right, on the starboard side, you have Park Cafe. You can say there's no Central Park, but it's still a Park Cafe. And at night here, they serve pizza. So after 9, when Windjammer closes, they do pizza, snacks. They kind of take the place of Cafe Promenade and Sorrento's, if you're familiar with Royal Caribbean. They also have a drink station over here associated with it. And they have a full salad bar that they will make fresh salads for you. So talk about cool. And there's that little bridge there that goes across. So at the forward on the starboard side, you have the hair and nail salon. And you can see it goes all the way back. And you have a tree. And this is the, you also have an eagle and rhinos. And then you have the forward elevator bay. There. And we're going on to the port side. We have a gorilla and a cheetah. And then this is your Vitality Spa. So if you're getting a massage or anything else, and that stairway leads you up to the gym. So if you need a massage or anything else, come see these nice folks and they will get you set up for it. Now we're going to continue back. Actually, we're not. We are going to deck 10. And normally I would say deck 10 to deck 6 are just cabins, but on this ship, it's a little different. So the center goes from deck 12, where that little cool observation window is, all the way down to deck 3 or 4. Yeah, we'll find out. And then this is on deck 10. At the front of the Centrum, they have a couple of rooms. This is the card room. Now, they have cool models everywhere. So, I have yet to find the Royal Caribbean ship models, but we will continue to endeavor. If I do find them after I record this video, I will add it in at the end. Now we're gonna go down to deck 9. So card room's on deck 8, or deck 10. And on deck 9 they have the library. This is definitely something you do not see very often on cruise ships anymore. An actual working library. And by working, I mean like $8. It's more than that, but you know what I mean. There's some over here too. All right, now we're gonna go down to deck, oh, did notice something interesting here. They have these little games you can play. So this ship is definitely not what you might be accustomed to with Royal Caribbean. Now we're going to go down deck 8.
Hello.
Hi there. This is our deck, actually, the one we're staying on. And this is the Explorers Club, something like that. It's just basically a seating area. Yeah, Explorers Court is what this is called. And there's a desk there. What they do there, I don't know. I haven't seen anybody at it. And down to deck 7. And I believe that's the last of the little sub rooms. And of course, there's always your ship map. So we are back here. It doesn't show you those little centrum rooms? Would you call it a centrum room? Because it is on the centrum. Doing this ship tour has been very different than the other tours because of these. Oh, it's the business center. So 7 is the business center, 8 is the explorer's court, 9 is the library, and 10 is the card room. There you go. And that's all those centrum facing rooms.
You drive a hard bar keeper. That's what you wanted here.
Now, we're going down to deck 6. So you have restrooms just to the port and starboard. Well, actually, it's just handicap restrooms here. I'll show you where the other restrooms are. And then you have the elevator bay here. You have nothing else over here. So now we're gonna go into maybe one of the best schooner bars in the fleet. So this is on the starboard, going aft. You can see they have lots of interesting decorations to welcome you to the schooner bar, and including cannons. It's obviously nautically themed. You're in the belly of a ship here. Hi. And then here's your men's restroom, and the ladies is all the way down there. You also have your large models and portholes. So in the schooner bar, you have the entrance to Chops, and this is a extra pay dining steakhouse. You have your schooner's bar. You have whatever that is, a little tugboat. And they do music here at night. We've seen violin and guitar playing, obviously a piano. And then you also have Giovanni's Table, which is also an extra charge dining experience, Italian. And it's one of the few remaining Giovanni Table in the fleet. So there you go, more ship models. And then you have this globe thing, which we are about there. Now we're going into the Colony Club. And this is your secondary theater entertainment area. You have a seating area here, and these are gyro stabilized pool tables. Oh, looks like they're doing a trivia contest in here, so I'll be quiet. I'll show you a little bit.
13, 14, 15.
And then you have a bar at the entrance.
16 as well.
And then you have like chess and checkerboards
with
up here.
higher than 15, like 16. No, family, we have winner right here. Oh, wow.
So while you're waiting,
Right,
you can play some, well, actually I think it's backgammon. It is
Let
backgammon.
everyone know you.
And chess.
You're welcome, my friend. What is your name and where are you
They're
from?
doing trivia right now.
Let's give it up, my friend coming all the way from Boston. There you go. Congratulations. Well deserved. Family, this is all.
And then you
Thank
have
you very
the-
much, everyone, for
remember, this is a lounge.
They
They have a second bar here, but we have not seen this open at all.
Flags, and all you have to do was write down.
They also have a piano, but we haven't heard them play back here. And then you have this large windowed area in the back, so that's pretty
I'll
cool.
see you later. Remember at 10 o'clock for the Latin party. My name is Daniela, and I'll see you shortly. Bye bye for now.
Now we're gonna head back forward. We're just gonna check out one more quick thing.
Welcome, my lady. Bye-bye.
There's more seating over here. There's like a bar. I didn't know that was there. There's some couches and stuff. And then here you have your chef's table. Let's see if it's open. It is. And this is also an extra dining. And this is where they pair, it's usually a lot of courses, like 6 or 8 courses. And they'll pair specific dishes and they'll match it with wines. or drinks. And that is not part of the library. Those books are non-usable. All right, we're gonna head out of the Colony Club. So chef's table, Giovanni's, Chops, Izumi, and Samba, you can pre-book and usually get a better deal. Oh, here's the women's restroom. So pre-book those before your cruise and you usually get a much better deal. That's all I'm saying on that. So we pick you back up here at the Schooner Bar entrance. So now we are gonna head forward. And this is the champagne bar. And one great thing about this ship is you have windows on both sides, but that's the only one with the elevators. So port side free elevators. And now we have the Casino Royale. Now I don't have to explain this, I hope. Yeah, some pretty cool entry floor. So up here you have all your slot machines and your bar. And then down here you have all your tables. So it's kind of nice and separated. And then this point, I don't see the cashier. I think it's on the other side. So from this point forward, it's still smoking, but from this point forward is non-smoking. So this used to be the pub over here on the port side, but they converted that into the non-smoking casino. As you see, it's pretty much just slot machines. And then you have your bar. Actually, I don't know where the cashier's window is here. Let's go find it since we're walking the casino. So I want to say this is non-smoking. Oh, there's the bar. So this is non-smoking on port side and smoking on starboard side in that area. There's the casino host desk. So we're going to take and show you one of those interesting features that this ship still possesses. And that is a cinema. Now be quiet because I think they're running a movie. No popcorn included, you have to pay extra for it.
Did you have family?
So you can see it's a pretty big theater. And then we're finally completely forward and you have your theater. And then your restrooms are on this side. So you got ladies on port and men on starboard. And theater. I will add in video footage of the theater here. Okay, let's continue on. Now we're gonna go down to deck 5. The theater is 3 levels, so it's kind of interesting. And the artwork has been pretty cool. And now we're on deck 5. And deck 5 is also the theater. This is the main level of the theater. And they have it closed here too. All right. We're gonna go outside because I'm gonna take you to see the helipad. So you have the main promenade all the way up and down. And that's port and starboard. But starboard is the smoking side. Right. And then you have your, that's for your pet if it's a service dog. And they have this. So if that's closed, you can't go out here. We gotta take stairs. I may not walk tomorrow. Watch day 4 video to see how crippled I am. For a small ship, it's giving me a run around here. So that's a great place to observe for sail away. I guess Carnival was just readjusting, because they are still there. Maybe they don't use anchors anymore. That's why I sporadically hear the thrusters going. Okay, that makes sense. They're just using them as station keeping. So this is the helipad, and as you can see, there's the bridge. Wave hi to the officers. So we're gonna go on back and go back in. Kind of hard to see. There's a tender over there. Like I said, Grand Cayman is a tender port, so. So we're going back in the port side, and oh, dang it, thought it was open. Okay, so on the port side is the conference center. So if you have a conference on board, there'd be your meeting. And there's currently a meeting in progress, so we're gonna completely ignore that and continue on. This is on the starboard side going back. You have your art gallery. And there is another art gallery on deck 11 by Windjammer. It's not so much a gallery as just a couple of the paintings on the list. Here also you can get your GoPros, binoculars, gimbals for your phone, or whatever like that guy is. And you also have your photo center where you can swipe your card and see all the pictures they had of you and purchase them. You can also buy your crystal cubes over here. So now we're heading into the shop area, and of course we're in port, so this will be closed. I don't understand that one. All right, if you didn't see what it was, it's some dude's underwear. All right. You have your duty free. This is the logo store. And then on the other side, you have your jewelry store, and there is another way to get into those. I'll show you here in a second. And then you have your fragrance, perfumes, makeup, all that stuff. They do ear piercings on board. I didn't know that. Learned something new. You have more business center. That's your Voom. And then you have Cafe Latitudes, and this is your Starbucks on board. So this is your extra coffees. And they also have snacks. And they don't have the oatmeal raisins, which are really good. But they do have quite a bit, like that might be really good. We'll have to check it out later. All right. And you also have your sandwiches, so quick bites. They do serve Starbucks coffee, but it's not a Starbucks. Hope that helps. And this is the other entrance into the jewelry and sunglasses shop. Now we're going to continue aft on deck 5. We are on the starboard side. And this is your next cruise, which is probably the most important room on the ship. We already booked our next cruise. And then you're going to go to the Cascades. This is the dining room. And of course, we are not in dining hours. Sometimes we can sneak in. There's your restroom for it. Sometimes you can sneak in. Okay, there we go. You can see you have 2 floors. You have the top floor and you have the bottom floor. We're currently at the bottom floor for dinner. And it's quite a, they have a piano here. They haven't run the water features since we started on board. Okay. But that is the main dining room. And so far, our meal we've had in here has been really good. And our wait staff has been really good. So no complaints there. We're gonna go down to deck 4. And we'll skip the dining room on deck 4 because we've already eaten there, or we've already shown it. Or we have eaten there too. And of course, a lot of people are starting to come back from Grand Cayman. So, deck floor is the base level of the Centrium. Here you have your guest services. And then you have, they do music and other events down here. And there's the Centrium Bar. And your elevators. Okay. Deck 2 is where the medical facility is. Just follow the signs. And hopefully you never need them, but you know where they are. So, and that's on deck 2, and that's the forward elevators. Now, we're going back up. And then it's pretty much all rooms and rooms. So that concludes our walking tour of Radiance of the Seas. If I get a chance, I will find the Royal Caribbean ship and post it at the end. And as always, join us on the next adventure.